This presidential campaign is in full swing. That first debate, over. Both sides say it was also the last debate. And that very big change is another way that we can tell you this year's campaign is quite different than most in the last several decades. Remember, typically there are 3 debates in the general election, which stoke several inflection points for voters across the fall. That's been true even in the Trump era, like 16. In past elections, the vast majority of voting on Election Day was the standard thing. You voted then. Nowadays, voting starts earlier and is easier to do in many states. They call it early voting. They call it vote by mail. And that's why it matters that tonight we're both 50 days out from that traditional Election Day, and the early voting starts. Do you know when it starts? This week, including in the states that might decide the whole enchilada, like Pennsylvania, which is taking votes by mail, and Wisconsin, Georgia, North Carolina. Now, if you're on a campaign and you think your side is up, early voting is a boost because you start locking in the current state of the race. Now, Donald Trump has previously attacked the early and mail-in voting. You might remember that. It was an approach that was harmful to him because of his own older voters who were more likely to use those tools, but then were told not to. He has since sort of softened or muddied that stance. And that is the voting part. And that's why this week matters, as some of the votes will start coming in. They won't be counted till later. As for the campaigning part, Donald Trump is out doing media and events. Today, he spoke with a Fox News writer earlier today. Tonight, he's launching a new business venture, and this is in the middle of the campaign, so make of it what you will, but they're talking up a new cryptocurrency business, and they're going to announce it on X. That's Elon Musk's platform. Now, the Times reports that the group here, World Liberty Financial, is somewhat unclear what it's supposed to accomplish. It would provide a kind of borrowing and lending service. It has its own token, the Times says, and Trump's family members have talked about or been involved with it recently. Trump also plans to do a town hall in Michigan with Sarah Huckabee Sanders, his former employee, and a rally in Long Island on Wednesday. So he's going to be out doing his thing this week. Harris is courting one of the biggest unions in the country, the Teamsters. With 1.3 million members, they can matter a lot and have not endorsed yet. And that, I talk about what's different, that's a contrast to decades past, when the top unions were reliably blue, and the Teamsters were run by a man you might remember, Jimmy Hoffa, recently immortalized by Al Pacino in the movie version, The Irishman. Well, fast forward to this year, and the current Teamsters chief hasn't picked a side, although I should say the current union hasn't picked a side. The Teamsters chief, however, spoke at Trump's convention. His own members then seemed to sort of push back or evince their preference by showing up on stage at the DNC. As a president, Biden was more visibly pro-union than many other presidents, including Democrats in the past. Harris, for her part, has credited unions for America's labor breakthroughs, from the weekend you might have just finished to the concept of paid leave.
Everywhere I go, I tell people, look, you may not be a union member. You better thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time. When unions are strong, America is strong.
Harris there making the argument both to, as she put it, people who might not be a union, but invoking the strength and the policy victories of unions. It's a big deal in the Midwest, and her campaign is hitting the blue wall. She'll be in Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin this week. And the big O's are involved. Oprah Winfrey and Barack Obama are back out trying to help Harris in different ways her campaign wants, and they were memorable parts of the DNC.
It is up to all of us to fight for the America we believe in. And make no mistake, it will be a fight.
I'm calling on all you independents and all you undecideds.
America's ready for a new chapter. America's ready for a better story.
Let us choose common sense over nonsense.
We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
Let's all choose Kamala Harris.
There you have it. Obama heading to an LA fundraiser, and the campaign says there'll be more events on the ground with him next month. Oprah doing one of these virtual events with Harris. So that's the two of them joining up in a virtual format. Again, something a little different this cycle than, say, 20 years ago in the Jimmy Hoffa era, 40 years ago. Oprah has been talking it up already online, where she has a huge audience. And I've told you this before. There's the general political civic audience following the news, thinking about voting, all that. And then there's the people who listen more to Taylor Swift and Oprah Winfrey than J.D. Vance. Can you blame them? So it matters that the campaign has Oprah talking up all of this as the birds chirp in the background.
This is going to be so exciting, bringing all the diverse groups across the country together. Win with Black women, white women answer the call, the cat ladies, the comics for Kamala, the chefs for Kamala, everybody coming together for what I think is going to be one of the biggest voting rallies ever held. So look at the link below for how to join us and unite for America with a very special guest, Kamala Harris.
There are a heck of a lot more people who are interested in spending time with Oprah than spending time in our divisive politics. She knows how to communicate. And if you believe that politics is too important to be left to the politicians, then you might know why these new notes that we're seeing, that many of which are benefiting Harris, the Oprah, the Taylor, the energy, the fun, this is reaching a lot of people who aren't always tuned into politics. And the Harris campaign is betting that can help their turnout model.
This is going to be so exciting, bringing all the diverse groups across the country together. Win with Black women, white women answer the call, the cat ladies, the comics for Kamala, the chefs for Kamala, everybody coming together for what I think is going to be one of the biggest voting rallies ever held.
Oprah Winfrey talking up her Vice President Harris event. And we're joined by the Washington Post's Libby Casey. Welcome.
Thanks so much, Ari.
Yeah, the campaign grinds on. At the top of the show, we discussed some of the very serious events over the weekend. But Donald Trump himself doing this sort of crypto push on X tonight, and he has later events this week. And Harris bringing out these big O's, Obama and Oprah. What do you see here?
Well, one of the reasons why Donald Trump is pushing crypto is it's so unusual for someone to start a business. We're in the midst of a presidential campaign, but it also signals to pro-crypto people like the Winklevoss brothers, who are very invested in crypto, that Donald Trump will go lenient on crypto as president. So he's gaining fundraising from crypto people. So it's like a play both for their vote, their support, and also make some money on the side. A classic Trump branding move. Meanwhile, I don't know where Oprah recorded that, but I want to be there because the birds were amazing in the background. She's bringing together all these people. What is Donald Trump doing? He is putting out on social media that he hates Taylor Swift. I think pretty much anyone in campaign advice 101 would say, don't tell people you hate Taylor Swift, because that is a pretty strong block of people she appeals to.
Yeah, you know, the Taylor news broke Tuesday night. Rachel Maddow asked Tim Walz about it literally as it broke. So she broke the news to the nation, but also to the Harris Walz ticket in a sense. And he said he welcomed her. And there was a lot of positive vibes out of that. We've covered that. But then over the weekend, as you mentioned, Donald Trump doubled down. I'll show the headline here. He said he hated Taylor Swift in all caps with no other context on his Truth Social. But it started this interesting pushback of love. And what trended was, I love Taylor Swift. And it's striking to me, I'm curious what you think, Libby, that this didn't have to be this long a story. If Trump had let it alone, Taylor did make a big splash and voter reg spiked, but it wasn't this weekend or this week driving forward. He seemed to dredge up bad news about himself and then activate what they call the Swifties. And you don't have to be a Kamala Harris superfan to join that online conversation and say, I love Taylor Swift as well. It didn't seem to be strategic on Trump's part.
Yeah, you bring up such a good point. I mean, there's just no self-discipline there. You know, there's no reason to keep that story moving along and also just spread negativity. Now, he shared that on social media before the news broke yesterday, as you've been covering on the show here, about what's being investigated as a potential assassination attempt on Trump's life. But this is a moment for like calming, not talking about hate, not putting out, dangerous rhetoric. And we see that lack of discipline and ability for Trump to stay on message, both hurting his campaign, but also making things much more dangerous for everyone involved, really.